Embrace the day with a smile and make it count. Namaskar, welcome to Next IS. I hope you are doing well. In this video, we will cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. And our first article talks about simultaneous polls because Narendra Modi government is planning to implement simultaneous elections for the Lok Sabha and state assemblies during its current term. This proposal was supported by a committee led by former President Ramnath Kovind. Talking about simultaneous elections, it aims to synchronize Lok Sabha and state assembly elections across all states to minimize the frequency of elections nationwide. Lok Sabha and state assembly elections were held simultaneously during the first four general elections, but disruptions due to premature dissolutions of Lok Sabha and state assemblies have led to separate elections. And friends, the Election Commission of India and Law Commission have previously suggested the idea of simultaneous elections. Next article focuses upon Nipah virus because recently Nipah virus death has been confirmed in Kerala, prompting authorities to request isolation of 150 people who had contact with the infected individual. Nipah virus is a zoonotic virus transmitted from animals to humans or through contaminated food. Fruit bats are natural host for Nipah virus, and it causes a range of illnesses from asymptomatic infections to severe respiratory illness. It also affects animals like pigs, leading to economic losses. And friends, it was first identified in 1999 in Malaysia during an outbreak among pig farmers. Next article talks about Dodo, which was a flightless bird and it was native to Mauritius. It was last seen in 1662 and it is now extinct. Its appearance has been reconstructed from historical drawings with most accurate depiction found in Mughal painting by Ustad Mansoor. And now researchers believe that Dodo was not slow, but it was agile and thrived in forest. Dodo's extinction was not due to being hunted for food, but the primary cause were invasive species introduced by Dutch settlers, and the extinctions highlight for humans to be more conscious of their environmental impact. Next article talks about Operation Sadbhav, which was recently launched by India to provide humanitarian assistance and disaster relief to Laos, Myanmar, and Vietnam affected by Typhoon Yagi. It is part of India's broader effort to contribute to humanitarian assistance and disaster relief within the Asian region in line with its Act East policy. Now government has doubled the allocation of funds for the road connectivity project for left-wing extremism affected areas for the financial year 2024-25. Union Home Minister also announced a goal to completely eradicate left-wing extremism in India by 2026. And friends, road connectivity project for left-wing extremism affected areas is a part of Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, and it aims to provide all-weather road connectivity in severely affected left-wing extremism districts and adjacent areas. Now it has been found that India's economic growth in past 2 decades has been driven mainly by services sector, particularly IT, banking and finance. Traditional industries like apparel and footwear, which support many low-skilled jobs, have declined. Manufacturing remains stagnant at about 14% of GDP, well below the targeted 25%. This stagnation exacerbates the divide between high-skilled and low-skilled jobs. It has been found that India has failed to capitalize on China's exit from low-skilled manufacturing sectors, with other countries benefiting from this shift. In this context, India approved PM Mega Integrated Textile Region and Apparel Parks and 12 industrial smart cities to boost manufacturing infrastructure. Financial year 25 Union Budget announced tariff cuts on various items, but further reduction could help lower cost and improve competitiveness. Next article focuses upon Typhoon Yagi, which is the strongest tropical cyclone in Asia this year and second most powerful storm globally after Hurricane Beryl. It has displaced millions across Southeast Asia and caused widespread devastation. It has severely affected the Philippines, China, Laos, Myanmar, Thailand, and most notably Vietnam. Talking about tropical cyclones, they are also called hurricanes or typhoons depending on the region. Tropical cyclone is a rapidly rotating storm that begins over tropical oceans, and they can vary in speed, size and intensity. They are powered by the heat from the sea and driven by easterly trade and temperate westerlies. They are the second most dangerous hazards after earthquakes. Now, Delhi hosted a 3-day dialogue on the conservation, restoration and governance of commons with over 500 participants, primarily grassroots organizations from India. The focus was on developing inclusive and community-led frameworks for managing commons. Now, what are commons? It refers to resources shared by communities, not owned by individuals, governments or groups. Examples include forest, community lands, water bodies and urban urban parks. Intangible commons include language, folk art, and traditional knowledge, and global commons include polar regions and outer space, which are accessible to all. Commons provide essential ecological services but face threats from overexploitation and climate change. Traditional governance structure often failed, particularly at rural levels, leading to problems in maintenance and sustainability. Talking about the governance mechanism, international agreements manage global commons while urban common are overseen by local governments. Rural common often lack defined governance, leading to the issues of overexploitation. And do you know, friends, the tragedy of commons concept suggested that unregulated use leads to depletion, historically advocating for government or market intervention. The 2006 Forest Act is highlighted as successful model for managing forest commons by recognizing the rights of forest dwellers, but there is a call for similar framework for other commons and areas classified as wasteland. And effective governance and acknowledgement of local rights are crucial for improving schemes like Narega and compensatory afforestation. And next article focuses upon Bhaskar, which is a digital platform under Startup India program. It is being launched by Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, and it is designed to strengthen India's startup ecosystem. It aims to centralize and streamline collaboration among startups, investors, mentors, and service providers, and it is also set to become world's largest digital registry for startup ecosystem, supporting India's rise as a global leader in entrepreneurship and innovation. So with this, let's conclude today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.